TV and changing things. Okay, so this 14-year-old, I don't know where he was, whatever.
Ahmed.
His name's Ahmed, which there's his first problem, right?
Right. And he's dark-skinned. That's his second problem.
Yeah. He goes to school with whatever, something he made at home. It beeps in the middle of class, right? And as you know, every person named Ahmed that's dark-skinned that was going to blow up a classroom,
right?
They built a bomb, they put it in a case, and they made it make beeping noises, right? Well, you've seen movies.
No one said he was smart.
You've seen movies, right? There's always a 7-segment LCD, right? That says the time that's left. You have 32 seconds left, and it counts down, clicks, click, and then it beeps, beep, 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 beep. Right? Every bomb does that. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Then it blows up.
Every bomb does that. The teacher heard the beeping, saw Ahmed in his dark skin, and thought, this must be a bomb. I mean, what other explanation would it be, right?
Or
there's this kid that wears NASA T-shirts. I kind of know him because I'm doing my job teaching, so I know he's into electronics and
I
things.
guess there was an engineering teacher there knew it was a clock.
Yeah. Well,
so not all the teachers thought it was
the kid
a bomb.
apparently had taken it to kind of show it off or whatever.
Sure. He's proud of it.
They thought it was a bomb, so they called the police. They sent him to the office. I don't know if they evacuated the school, which would have been the right move if you think it's a bomb, right?
But then, they found out it wasn't a bomb while he was still not arrested, just detained.
Yeah.
Now they're claiming, it was a fake bomb. To cause terror.
Yeah. Well, so he was arrested, whatever. They finally let him off and said, yeah, you're right. We were wrong. We're not going to press charges or anything. And so he's cool now. He's really famous.
He's going to the White House because Obama said if I had a son, he would just be like Ahmed. I think that's what he said.
Pretty much.
Not only that, he's a Muslim. So
that's the part Obama?
Yeah.
And that's the part that's messed up, right? Because we've seen over and over that a kid gets suspended for wearing a shirt with
an
a gun
NRA
on
shirt.
it.
Yeah.
A kid gets suspended for biting a Pop-Tart into the shape of Idaho.
Yeah.
A gun, I mean.
Same thing. And then
toy guns.
They get suspended.
Squirt guns, Nerf guns.
Yeah.
These kids get kicked out of school, suspended or expelled. The president never calls them.
And invites them to the White House.
And invites them to the White House, right?
But yet this kid, he makes a clock.
Yeah.
Which is much worse than a Pop-Tart in the shape of Idaho.
It beeped. Well, so here's the thing. The kid that ate the Pop-Tart into Idaho shouldn't have had anything happen to him, right?
I agree. Same
with
this
this kid, you can make an argument that this is similar to having your cell phone go off in class. That, like it or not, the school probably has a policy against that. So, okay, maybe he deserved some sort of reprimand or something.
Yeah, some discipline.
The Pop-Tart kid didn't and got screwed over, right?
Right.
The president didn't call them. What's the deal? What's the difference?
He does stuff like that all the time. I mean, look at who he invites, and look at who he sends to funerals.
Which funerals they attend, you
right.
mean? Yeah. Oh, I completely agree with that.
He's
it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Not a nice guy.
I hope this kid takes more clocks to school. I hope. Here's the problem.
No, he said he's looking for another school. He said, I cannot go back there.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's part of the problem. The other part is I hope it doesn't discourage him.
He says he's not.
From, pursuing his engineering. I mean, come on.
He says he's got 4 or 5 inventions in mind, and he said 2 or 3 of them might change the world.
Yeah. Well, that's good. No, good for him.
He's a confident kid.
He is.
There's bombs.
It'll change the world, all right. Jeez. So,
go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, if the kids in his classroom had gotten the training that we saw this other school providing their students,
throw the book
everything. Yeah. So this is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
The school gave
not an Onion article.
No, gave children training, told them. It wasn't like we're going to say, hey, throw books at them or whatever. They taught these kids that if someone comes in with a gun, just throw your books at them, right? Which I don't think it's horrible advice necessarily. I mean, yeah, if you can distract them so they don't shoot you,
well, I think
do
it
that.
Actually makes you a target.
Well,
you throw a book at me, you little whippersnapper, you're going down first.
I agree, but I like the idea of fighting back, right?
especially if only Timmy throws a book. He did it. You little dink shoe. You didn't throw anything.
So this is similar to another school that we talked about a while back on the show, where they sent a letter home saying, have your kids bring in a
canned vegetable.
Yeah, a canned good.
Yeah.
A can of food so they can throw it at a gunman.
Yeah.
Right? These schools...
I gave my daughter a can of tripe.
Did you?
Yeah. Okay. No one eats tripe.
No.
Stomach lining of a cow. Ugh. I've had it before. It's like chewing rubber bands.
You know what the answer is. We say it 1,000 times. It's to throw bullets at the gunman.
Oh, I thought you were saying ban guns.
Well,
they should finally make schools gun-free zones.
You could do that.
That's what I would do.
That's a good point.
Make them gun-free zones, and that way there won't be any guns
make
there.
them gun-free zones and lock the doors and paint a line on the floor that people can't
go past, yeah.
And you'll be good. You'd be good to go.
And no flamethrowers now, because you can buy flamethrowers.
Oh, that's true. Flamethrowers are bad.
Yeah.
I think I'll pass that along to the local school district and see if
you have a flamethrower policy. Oh, why? Yes, we do. You can't bring them in.
Yeah, you can't bring anything in.
Even we won't even let people in the school. Classes will be held outside.
Yeah, that's one way to stop a mass shooting in a school.
In a school, right? I just thought of that, and that's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. Well, you've.
It's tough in northern climates where it's 20 below zero. But
it doesn't. But don't we want to save children from being shot?
We do.
Inside,
we don't want to lose them to frostbite.
I don't know if it matters
or
as long as we can get the inside a school mass shooting number down. Right? It's all which metric you're looking at.
So it's numbers. It's just numbers.
Well, it's fake numbers, but yeah, it's all numbers. Every argument you have with an anti-gun person, it turns into numbers, right? 47%.
Yep. 62%. 0%. 1,000,000%.
98% of guns are sold without a background check. Did you know that?
I gave 110%. How can you do that? I don't know. I thought there was only 100% of anything. No, apparently not. So it's theoreticals.
Let's keep with the gun theme thing, I think, if you want. This thing in Michigan, I don't have a lot of details on it. I read a really short article. There's a bill, I think it was passed by the Senate.
It did.
I think that.
It's going to the House now.
Yeah. So basically, for a couple years.
Big deal.
They want to suspend sales tax, which is 6% here in Michigan. They want to suspend sales tax on gun safety equipment, gun locks and safes and things like that. Because the thinking is that without the sales tax, it will make those items more affordable, which is true. And that means more people will buy them.
Therefore making Michigan
safer. The only part of that is true, and the only good that I see coming out of this is that it will make those things more affordable. This bill, and the reasoning for the bill of making these more affordable, is an admission that sales tax makes things unaffordable for certain people.
Yeah, who proposes? Is it a Democrat or Republican? Do you know?
No, I don't. Probably a Republican because they like to do ridiculous things. Because they're thinking, well, we can be safe. Okay.
Do they?
It may make things more affordable for people. It will not cause more people to buy these things.
Do you know that most gun manufacturers now include a gun lock?
It's required
in the sale. Yeah,
isn't it?
Well, I think
some sort of
handguns.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Good point.
And that most of your local, state, and federal, or not federal, local, state, and county law enforcement agencies have them free. That they're donated by groups like the NRA and stuff.
So, but a gun lock isn't enough.
I guess not.
You also need it in a gun safe.
So I'm saying there's no excuse for not having a gun lock if that's what your goal is.
I don't think we have a huge epidemic of problems because somebody didn't have a gun safe or a lock on their gun. It happens where a child gets a hold of a gun that they shouldn't. Sure.
Yeah. And it's between 250 and 500 kids per year that are accidentally killed that are under the age of 12 in the country. So if you go with 500, that's 10 a year in state.
And now let's do some math and find out how many of those homes had safes or gun locks in them for those guns. Probably most of them.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Of course you have no idea. I mean, that's the... You don't. Neither does the person that proposed this bill that thinks it's going to make people safer. It's not. The only thing they did is finally said, you know what? You're right. Sales tax does make things more expensive. Which I think that's the good that came out of this is there's a bill that passed that states sales tax makes things unaffordable for people. It's ridiculous.
But
what?
My roads.
Is that where the sales tax is going?
I don't know, but you got to have taxes.
Because 6%
for a civilized society. You know who said that?
Okay, I for civilized society, no, but for the type of government and society that we have, yes. You do have to have taxes, I think. That's okay. But they don't need to be nearly as high as they are. And I'm not necessarily, I haven't thought about it recently, I'm not necessarily saying the sales tax is bad, but taxes have a real effect on people. And taxes have the biggest effect on poor people. Right? The people that they always argue we need to collect taxes so we can help.
The less you have of something, the more value you place on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's diminishing supply or whatever.
I don't think that's what that is, but okay.
Oh, no, it's called diminishing utility. That's the term. For instance, if you have 7 TVs and one breaks down, you don't really care that much because you got 6 more.
Yeah.
You got one TV and it breaks down. You value that television more than you do if you had 7. That's diminishing utility.
How many TVs does Donald Trump have?
I don't know, 4 million?
4
Well, he owns a lot of hotels.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. You watched the debate?
I watched a good portion of it.
Okay.
I liked Rubio. I thought
you would like him.
I thought he did a good job. I liked the way he answered questions. He seemed confident, forceful, passionate, articulate. He made good sense. I don't know if he went up in the polls, but
I don't know.
I think he did a good showing there. Other people, I mean, I'm not alone. I mean, there were other people that thought Rubio won the debate too. I don't know if he won it. I'm just saying he did a good job.
The overwhelming theory or belief is that Carly Fiorina won the debate.
Yeah,
and I don't understand why. She didn't do a bad job.
No, but
I didn't hear anything from her that was really over the top awesome.
Stood out.
Her closing remark, unless I missed it at the very beginning, she didn't say much of anything about herself. I'm pretty sure that's the time where you tell people why you should be the president.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
No? Isn't that the point?
I just can't believe that Carson gained points. I mean, talk about a dead fish. His personality is just...
Yeah, I know.
People asked him that, do you have enough energy to run, And there was an interview, and it looked like he was half asleep. He goes, yes, I have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I perform surgeries that take sometimes 10 or 15 hours. What?
He must have just done one of those long surgeries.
Gosh, he has no energy at all.
He says some good things.
He's so soft-spoken.
He's funny once in a while, and because he's so quiet and you don't care about him, it makes it even funnier.
But why is he getting any kind of...
Yeah, I don't know.
Bump
I honestly didn't think Trump did too bad. Everybody's...
hated Chris Christie.
People are trying to make Trump look bad and trying to get him to drop in the polls, and I don't understand why. If you want to do it on policy, fine. But I don't see too many arguments against his policy. I see he's not a politician. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, why doesn't he know what he's doing? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm tired of him calling people names. He doesn't know what he's doing. That's not an argument.
Right.
Chris Christie, that guy's just terrible.
He is not a Republican in any sense of the
Well, he is a Republican. Right?
He's a rhino.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm going to enforce the marijuana laws on all the states if I become president.